all set, Brooksy.
There she was.
Okay, well, hello everybody. It's good to see your faces again. We have soccer and cross country here this afternoon. We want to thank you and your parents and everybody that helped with our sports this fall. You know, whether it was someone getting the field ready, or your parents when you need a uniform or a snack, people that ran clocks for us. You know, Abby had a lot of busy keeping her going with cleaning stuff and hand sanitizers, and thank you all for sticking it out. I know it was highly, highly unusual, but we did get to play a few games, a couple races. It wasn't, you know, we were kind of, our hands were tied, but we still attempted to get something done, and we were able to do it. So I'm glad that we were able to finish up what we started, even with a little bit of a 2-week break in the middle of it. So, but thank you all for playing and sticking it out and coming out to run. You guys every afternoon up there. So, but without further ado, we'll start with this little player in cross country.
So I want to start by thanking my moms and dads for lending me your children and letting me torture them on the trails. Cross country is kind of my passion. It's, I did track and field so I could stay in shape for cross country. These poor kids had to transition into a new coach on the wackiest of years. So I built them up to where they would just start to peak at their first race, and the first race turned into a 2-week break. So it was what it was. This is a season that we will all remember forever. So on that note, I'd like to acknowledge a couple of athletes of the month. For September, for cross country, athlete of the month is Sophie Hansen. And the athlete of the month for October is Dylan Smith. So I have 3 certificates of participation and a varsity letter award of participation. Sophie Hansen. For participation, Colin Hurling. And for participation, by the way, Colin managed to make it to 1 race the day of PSATs. And I'm sure he was thrilled to go to Lisbon and roam around until we found the course. And I think he vaguely remembers it because it was a tough race for him after a 2-week break. So, Alan ran 2 races, which is 100% of our races for this year. And he actually improved quite a bit on that on the last one. Well, good job. And then finally, my team captain, who also made 2 races. Come on up, Dylan. Dylan's getting a varsity letter. Make sure I get his varsity letter. Dylan worked hard at the beginning of the season. He led the team in many ways, and he trained hard. You could see him running around the soccer fields quite often. I think the soccer team was impressed by what they saw, as they should have been. We came off our 2-week break. He ran that first race, and I think he was so disappointed he just couldn't hold it in. But the next week, we ran the state qualifier, and he really improved his time, and he managed to hold in all of his enthusiasm. So on that, let me give Dylan his letter. And Dylan, don't sit down, because we're also giving you the Team's Rebel Award for the year. It's the most valuable runner for the team. Thank you. And with that, my 90 minutes are up, and I will turn it over to our stupendous soccer coaches.
Thank you.
I told them I want you to
You wait. Needless to say, it was a season that will be remembered by everybody. Not without its problems. I'd like to thank Gail for, well, I'm sure she made countless phone calls and emails to try to schedule everything. I'd like to thank Abby for always being available to the girls. I'd like to thank Mr. Lynch, because Mr. Lynch handles all the in-school stuff and all the communication stuff that I'm really not very good at. So he kept everyone in the loop all the time. It was extraordinarily helpful. The season was going to be different, as every season is, because we lost 5 great seniors last year. But we replaced them with 6 extraordinary freshmen this year. And one of the great things about this season is we actually played games with a full complement of players. We had 11 and sometimes more than that in every game, I believe, which was really a unique experience. That being said, I think a lot of the players this year, particularly the freshmen, learned about versatility, because many of them had to play positions I'm sure they hadn't played a lot of or had never even played before. So it was a great building season. We finished at 3-3, which was not a losing season, which was another good thing. So all in all, I'd say, given all the obstacles and throughout the season, I think it was a pretty darn good season. Extremely hopeful for the future. It's a good group. And with that being said, we'll start with Players of the Month. So for September, Player of the Month is Libby Doucette. It was voted captain by her teammates.
Help yourself.
I don't know.
I think we're by side.
Yeah.
And Player of the Month, interesting story. We developed 2 fresh person goalies this year, and Player of the Month for October is Sarah Chase. Okay.
The boxes with the R's.
Okay. All 3 with the R's?
Yep, those are for the ones that you had for your awards.
Okay. Gotcha. Oh, my God. Okay. All right, now I understand. I was just a little lost. I got it. All right. I'm sorry. I was confused, and I do so well at speaking in front of people. Anyway, so for the Coaches Award, we were thinking about an athlete who works hard, runs hard. There is like this level of aggression and passion when it's game time, and that is just bar none. And she's been a savior in defense for a long time, and tells us exactly how she's doing it. And it's great to work with Dylan Duplos. So for rookie, get an award, Rookie of the Year. I think that people know who it is. Madeline being a senior and being her first year playing soccer, at least with us, it was amazing to watch the tenacity that you trying to work on it and learn all the new skills and stuff. And one of those last practices when you just trapped every single ball that came at you, it was amazing. But thank you for playing all over the field for us and doing a great job.
And then we have an award we're calling the Versatility Award for somebody that we could just plug in anywhere, and she was extremely adaptable and embraced the situation. And she started out in goal, and then with the emergence of Sarah, we wound up using her less in goal, more on the field, but she's still a very capable goalie as well, as Morgan Zett. Thank you. And last but by no means least is our Hustle Award. When you say hustle, you just watch her. And okay. She's banged around, she runs through people, around people, past people, and just makes her presence felt every time she's on the field. Does not know the meaning of the word quit, does not know how to play at anything less than 100%. Constantly. Macy Howard. And before we give out the letters, I was asked to nominate 3 players, cap of 3 players. I don't know how this process is going to work, particularly this year, because so few teams play other teams, and I don't know who's judging them. But the 3 names that I submitted for this year's team for All-Star consideration are Macy Howlett, Morgan Zatz, and Liv Doucette. So I submitted them all. How it's going to happen, if it's going to happen, who decides that, but that's usually it. And if we're not, I think we have the letters. So, Nyla Scott. Good job. Thank you. Kenzie's not here. May Hawk. Not here as well. Karen Marshall. Sarah Chase. Ms. Macy Howard. Do you need help with the other hand? Ayana Cartier. Dylan Dupos. Did I butcher your last name? Alan Howlett. Now, Libby Doucette. Last but not, we have Katie Evans is the certificate for participation. Last but not least, smiling Molly Piero. I think that's it. So thank you all very much. Enjoy the rest of the year. Don't leave.
We have 2, the Mount Valley Conference for seniors only has a all academic team that's a senior that has a cumulative average of 90 or greater. And we have 2 soccer players who are on the MVC all academic.
Really?
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Dylan and Libby, nice job.
When your certificate's going to be
Thank you very much.
Girls,
You didn't get a...
Yes, you definitely were.
I don't know if it's it or...
Oh, Morgan. Oh, I must have started.
Maybe not.
Sorry.
You're on the list. If not, we'll get there.
Taking it by 4:30.
I'm so sorry about this.
You were watching the
I don't know. It's not.
You can just call. Oh.
My fault, I should check them all.
Oh, you're fine.
I just assumed they're all there. You did it.
No problem.
Sorry about that.
There you will go. Okay, go ahead. Keep going. Don't be quiet.
Scott. This is for you, from us. I can't hold this.
Thank you.
And my hands are small.
Thank you. Oh, that's awesome.
And we have a card for you, but I haven't been for signing yet, so we'll get that to you.
Thank you very much. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
Thank you for being a wonderful coach, and even though we don't in our very good team, thank you for sticking with us and not being like our last coach. Oh my gosh, that was horrible. But, yeah.
Not big in numbers, but big in heart.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And Mr. Lynch,
Thank you,
can
girls.
post here, please?
Good.
And this is for you from us.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
for a wonderful season, and thank you also for not, leaving us.
We would never leave you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much for crazy, but wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Awesome.
And Abby, thank you again for running down all your time we needed you.
Should I give these to you?
Sure, yeah, bring that right.
Oh, I might.
Okay, so thank you, everyone. Thank you, girls and guys, for starting and finishing your seasons, no matter how short or long they seem to be. And thank you for everyone that helped us pull this off this year. So we did have a lot of help and a lot of phone calls and just everybody, as long as you kept showing up, like you said, it was nice to see a soccer game with 11 players playing, not 8. It was great, great to see some people out running. They run around the hockey field too every day, you see them go by. So, but thank you all very much for sticking it out and hanging in there. So hopefully, without further ado, I just want to say, like I said, thank you very much. Thanks to the coaches too. Without the coaches, we wouldn't be here without their dedication to you guys. So, all right. So thanks everyone very much, and have a good afternoon.
That's my fault.
Oh, you're fine.
It didn't even occur to me that the wind. I just saw the chapter.